funny, I'll be talking to her, and her record will come on, and it would always be like validation. Like
or we'll say something about her, and a lightning will go across.
Like lightning will go off, or a butterfly will come. And I noticed when she's trying to figure me out, she talks to
Ask Aaliyah for advice. And it usually answers.
You know, the death of Aaliyah was really hard on Damon. I feel like she guides me a lot and tells me how to react and tells me how to be the best lover. She is definitely a daily part of our lives together.
What is good, YouTube? It's Jay Coffee on the vid. You guys hear that clip there? That is Dame Dash and his current fiance, Raquel Horn. Sorry, I be butchering, mispronouncing names from time to time. But that's pretty interesting to me, what they were saying there, that they, feel a spiritual presence from Aaliyah, that she actually speaks to them. And, you heard what they were saying, like when her name comes up at times or something in conversations, lightning's gone off, butterflies have popped up. And, Raquel actually even said, like, you heard her when like she needs some kind of guidance in the relationship, she feels like she actually speaks to Aaliyah, right? Now, this is from that reality show that they're doing. And I know a lot of people probably are like, oh man, it's reality TV. You know what I'm saying? They say whatever on there. It's all staged. It's all BS, which I'm not debating that. Reality TV, there is a lot of fluffery going on all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just cringeworthy how staged certain things are. But what do you guys think in this situation here, what they're talking about with Aaliyah, right? Because Dame Dash and Aaliyah, that man was heartbroken over losing her. You know what I'm saying? He'll never be the same. It seems he has a good thing going with his fiance now and everything, but that losing Aaliyah crushed Dame Dash. We know Dame, didn't Dame go down to the radio station at one point? I think it might have been Star, going down there ready to pop off on someone who he felt was like being insensitive or making jokes regarding her passing. I don't know that Dame, that they would use her name in this sense, like in for ratings or whatever, and like lie like this. I don't know. Like, I'm sure some of you guys out there may disagree and be like, come on, Coffee. Look, like, what we've seen people stoop to all kinds of lows. And once again, I'm not debating that. I point the lows that people stoop to out on this channel very often in these blogs. But I don't know. I feel like they're not fronting right here. Okay, now get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, but for real, on the real, have any of you guys ever experienced spiritual things like that in your life, right? No BS. I have. You know what I mean? I feel like some people are more in tune with spiritual things than others. Like, maybe you can just concentrate better, or you just kind of like have that gift. But for real, I feel like that type of thing actually exists. And some people may argue that when people are grieving and things like that, like your mind can play tricks on you, or like your subconscious could make you want to believe. But I'll just tell you, I had a very close person in the family pass, right? Me and wifey, her father passed, right? And we had so many spiritual experiences right after he passed, where it's like I'd have to do a whole video and describe some of the different feelings that let us know that he was like living on. You know what I mean? But aside from that, how they talked about music coming on at certain times, there was a particular song, that he wanted to hear when he was very sick, because he passed at home with us. You know what I'm saying? And he would want to hear a particular song close to the end of his life. And then after his passing, one day there was like a random moment. Like I said, it's a whole nother story and all that, when we turn on the radio and boom, that song was on. Now, I know things could just be a coincidence. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, for real, like, and share your own experiences. But let's move on to the other story, right? We're talking about Dame and Aaliyah and everything like that. Once again, rest in peace to Aaliyah. And look who comes up in the news as well R. Kelly, you know, the man that married her when she was a child practically, you know, when she was underage. And I always, you know, on this channel, I've never cut R. Kelly any slack. You know what I'm saying? I believe that man is a foul, sick, dangerous individual. A lot of people disagree with me. It is what it is. Like I always say, we could chop it in the comments. We can agree to disagree. But I feel like, you know, R. Kelly is just a sick man. You know what I mean? But anyways, you guys might remember a couple months back, word hit. R. Kelly got lumped up in custody by this other individual who allegedly, reportedly, is a Latin king, Jeremiah Farmer. And, you know, it was crazy. Dude got to Kelly, just put the pause on him. They said just put the work in on him. You know what I mean? And then he actually went on to say that he did it because he was trying to get attention on everything, you know, what's inside the prison, because he says there was a lot of corruption going on, and there was corruption going on within his case. And he knew if he lumped R. Kelly up, it would get some kind of attention on things, you know, on the situation going on. Now, I remember too, I feel like they tried to cover this incident up because reports of it didn't even come out right away. It took a little bit of time. You know what I mean? Like they might have tried to cover it up. But anyways, this dude don't play around, man. This dude was a serious individual. You know, as I stated already, you know, he has ties to the Latin kings and everything. But check this out, man. This how active and wild this dude is. Reportedly, he was just sentenced, and when I spoke on this before too, man, this dude had some serious charges. He had conspiracy to commit murder, racketeering, drug charges, all kinds of, you know, serious federal charges. And he faced, you know, he got a mandatory life sentence. And, you know, word was back in '99, him and some other individuals beat someone to death with a hammer. But anyways, this dude just got that mandatory life sentence and, you know, was sentenced in court. And check this out. This dude reportedly was in there screaming on the judge. Just wilding, screaming on the judge. You know, they had to, like, threaten to remove the man from the court. He was wilding out. And that just shows, man, this dude was not playing. Like, can you imagine, like, what kind of individual we're dealing with here, where this guy has these kind of charges, and when he goes in there and gets hit with the life, like, listen, I know there's a lot of tough people out there, right? But when sentencing day comes, you know what I mean, and you get hit with 20, 30 or life or something like that, it still has to feel like, damn, you know what I mean? This guy's in there screaming on the judge, like, I don't know, man. That just, you know what I mean? Like, you got to really think about that, what kind of individual we're dealing with here. But, you know, it's just kind of wild. At the same time, you know, these reports about Dame Dash and Aaliyah and everything like that come up. R. Kelly comes up in the news and is in, you know, jail, where he'll probably be for the rest of his life. You know, it's kind of crazy the way things come full circle, you know, where you look at a certain incident in the world, and then, you know, 20 years or so down the road, you look at things again where different people are and everything. It's just a wild situation. But for the record, you know, Dame Dash has been quoted numerous times as saying, you know what I mean, that Aaliyah's attitude towards R. Kelly was always, hey, let that man live. I don't know. Like, she wasn't happy about things, but she was just like, whatever, you know. She didn't harbor any negative feelings. And she made her peace with it. You know what I mean? But that's all I got on this one, guys. Let's talk about it in them comments. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell. Stay tuned. Like I said, I should have that other phone line up and running tonight for when we go live, so we can, you know, take some calls and everything like that. So make sure you guys don't miss that as well. Sub to the channel, daily content. Always want to hear from the people. It's Jay Coffee Talk. Talking music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. And I'm gone, guys. Peace.